Okay, hello. Sorry for the delay. Here I come. I had to settle a pet fight. The children, they're misbehaving. Oh, what is that? It's a crazy hair day. I don't know what's happening. Let's go with that. Good morning, Mike, and anyone else who may be out there in the universe watching. It is Chrono Cross finale day. We hope, we think, based on what Mike said. That's the plan. Finish Chrono Cross bright and early on this Saturday morning. Where after I took the dog out in the rain, it looks like now the sun may be coming out. Great. Who knows? Where is she, actually? Hang on. I'm always nervous when I can't see her. Because it probably means she's eating something she shouldn't be. I see a spooky tail. Cosmo! One moment. Let me make sure my dog's not getting into trouble. Okay, I don't know where she was, but she's here and everything seems to be fine. So, hey baby. Let's play this game, shall we? It is time. It is time. Okay. We go through the center. We did the sides. Let's go. Oh, blue guy. Disrespecting the origins of life. Mother Sea suffers. You must pay the price. I love these centaur dudes because they all look like they're made of plastic. Oh, she's laying under the desk. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, hang on. Let's go. Before we do that, let's just not go. Oh, I see. We have to go up there to do that anyway. Okay. I'm always like, let's not go jumping to conclusions here. But, this appears to be a conclusion. But we didn't jump, we just walked up the stairs. He's a pink person. Okay. Feels like we're walking to our deaths, but, you know, that's fine. Stop it. Kill me. Welcome. Welcome, humans. Those who know the torment and joy of creation also know the pleasure and pain of destruction. Therefore, all that pass through here must be prepared to share the burden that I carry. Okay. A red floating orb? What could possibly go wrong? Just checking that there's nothing special hiding on the sides that we want. Okay. Hello, I guess. The only thing on this giant platform couldn't possibly be bad news. What? Cool. Oh, it's the flame. But it has eyes? So this is the true frozen flame's truth. Hold on, don't touch it. Is everyone okay? Screw you! Us humans ain't gonna let you have your way any longer. Come on, show your bloody self. In order to survive, all living things in this world fight desperately and devour those they defeat. Must one kill other living things in order to survive? Must one destroy another world in order to allow one's own world to continue? The wounded in turn wound and torment those weaker than themselves. There are only the killers and the killed, the sinners who are judged and the victims that do the judging. What meaning is there to such a world? Whether there's meaning to our lives or not, we're still going on living, you know? You've got no right to deny that. I shall cleanse this blue planet of you filthy humans once and for all. Ah, yeah, let's go. So is this this feels like a final battle or final run of bosses, like, yes, so this is the last boss of the final dungeon, and then there's one more boss fight, Mike has told me. So we're almost done. We're very nearly done. Mike, is this the Mega Dragon? Is this all the dragons fused and became this dragon? Oh, now we're here. Okay. Are we gonna go through, like, each of the dragon's elemental planes or whatever? Seems likely. Seems like what we're doing. I can't believe she's sleeping on the floor. She's right there under the desk. Just on the floor, not on top of 8 pillows. Okay, it's doing all its element color things. Off we go to somewhere else. Skelly boy! Out of what felt like 40 plus characters, Skelly and Surge Lynx stayed the most. Well, Surge and Lynx are not optional. They have to be there, unfortunately. Yeah, this is my squad. Skelly and Starkey are my boys. If you did a New Game Plus, they have an item that lets you replace Surge Lynx with someone else. Ah. So it could be Skelly, Starkey, and Sprig. That would probably be my trio. I like Sprig. I mean, the battle seems to be progressing. I don't feel, unless it just like automatically does this after a certain number of turns, it feels like we're moving right along. I'm aware that Starkey's attacks are pretty shit, but I just like him as an alien, you know? I like that he rolls around on his helmet upside down when he's bored. And he made our ship able to fly. Coming in clutch. Alright, it is too warm in here for this hat, but I'm just having like such a crazy hair day. That works, I guess. Olimar from the Pikmin series. Yeah, Amy said the same thing, and I didn't know what that meant, but I went and looked it up. Who had Starkey as one of the 10 to 12 actually relevant characters? Yeah, there's so many characters I've picked up that I've completely forgotten about because I never even put them in my party. The person we raided to yesterday was playing with Orcha, and I was like, whoa, there's a throwback to somebody I never used. Oh, we're back. Does that mean we're near the end? Or do we just cycle through forever? I was telling Josh that I'm near the end of the game, and I was talking about doing the podcast on stream. And I said, today I recruited a turnip called Turnip. Hey! Wow, just victory silence. This game does have double and triple text with select characters, but with 46, how are you ever going to find them? That's insane. Earring of Hope. Now I shall truly awaken again. This too is destiny. Cool. That thing, the dragon god, is only a quasi-existence. A temporary form that the real dragon god uses in order to appear in this dimension. The actual dragon god was consumed long ago, swallowed by that being on the other side of the dimensional darkness. The frozen flame is a splinter from the extraterrestrial being Lavos. The one who connects with the frozen flame, in effect, links with Lavos itself. As the mediator between Lavos and living things, that one will gain extraordinary powers by binding with the new seed of destruction, the Devourer of Time. What places is the Devourer of Time? Now go to the place where time became divided and weave the threads of time together again. Chrono trigger. The Devourer of Time is a new life form, born from the fusion of a life form from this planet with Lavos, who nested on the far side of the dimensional void. So is this Zeal's fault? In the far-off future, when the fusion becomes complete, it will awaken. Then the Devourer of Time will begin to consume all space-time continua, despair and hatred, to return all things to nothingness. That is what it desires. Here, take this with you. I was gonna say, are we about to get the time egg? Would this egg were a time egg? The time egg will enable you to travel beyond space-time. What does that mean? The world is in your hands. Go, release the life that is imprisoned. Like, what? What is beyond space-time? What is that? What does that mean? Okay, this is moving really slow. Let's go. Crikey! What in bloody hell's happening? Ooh, excuse me. This place is going to crumble to pieces. Come on, homie. I mean, it looks really fucking cool. That's it? That's as deep as the ocean is? Or is it floating? Whoa! Head, lift up. Yep. Sick. How fucking cool does that look? Although the head is tiny. Okay. So that's Terra Tower's final true form. In the end, we're all the same. Everyone dreams of being greater, more powerful. We have come this far. All that remains is to defeat the Devourer of Time. Once we wipe the Devourer of Time off the face of this planet, it's all over. Hopefully everything will go back to normal again. You're wrong. Things will never go back to the way they were. Destiny, fate is dead. From now on, us humans have to choose our own way in life. We also have to take responsibility for the choices we make, and something's got to be done about the way we go around hurting and killing one another. We gotta settle our differences once and for all. Listen, what's really important is what we do now. Yeah, no kidding. The issue ain't whether we defeat the bastard or not. I'm afraid that depending on how we go about it, we could lose out on gaining something really precious. So the issue is the way we fight. So where on earth is the real devourer of time? My guess is the key to finding it lies at that beach. That's where this whole thing started. It's also probably where the whole thing will end. Yeah, they said that. They said go back to the place where time split. Or whatever. But they're like, in case you weren't listening, go back to the place where time... Go back to the beach. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to do or if something else is supposed to happen. Friends! So you finally made it, Serge. When did this sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago, when you almost drowned here? I still don't follow that part. Or was it 14 years ago, when you were wounded by the panther demon that attacked you? That resulted in you being carried to Chronopolis, where you came in contact with fate and the frozen flame. Or perhaps it was 2,400 years in the future, when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back to prehistoric times. Or could it even have been 12,000 BC, when an ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos? Each is close to being correct, and yet, at the same time, so far from the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Shala was sucked into a dimensional vortex along with the Lavos Mammon machine. It's Shala's fault. I mean, it's not Shala's fault. It's still Zeal's fault, but... Shala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Shala's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. As Shala fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. That is where her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided in two. Led by the pitiful crying the young Serge made as the panther demon's poison took hold of him. Yes, Serge, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destructive mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient magical pendant. This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. Come on. That's right, Kid is Shala's daughter clone. Okay. And now about Project Kid, the time-controlled Project Balthazar planned out. The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between fate and the dragon gods, it was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Of course, Kid was not to know anything about this whole plan until later. Further in the future, she is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Serge from drowning. Kid was also meant to call Serge into the other world as he spoke with Lena here on Opasa Beach. You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you, who came into contact with Shala and Kid, Shala's clone daughter. When did we come into contact with Shala? I'm so confused. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, Surge, release Princess Shala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us, the life forms that exist on this planet, what our new future will be. Whew. The problem with this game is it does a lot of telling and not showing. It does a lot of, let me explain this to you in a monologue. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, hang on. The final battle coming up is not traditional. To get the best ending, you need to use the elements in a certain order and then use the Chrono Cross because the bad guy will use its own elements. Yellow, red, green, blue, black, white, Chrono Cross. Okay. Ay. Whoa, Mike, what? The Time Devourer will try to disrupt your element sequence by casting its own. You can't simply cast everything, then pause at green to make the Time Devourer help you. To manipulate the bad guy, you'll have to cast a yellow element, then a red element. Afterwards, you want to defend to make them regain some grid levels. On its next turn, the Time Devourer will cast a yellow element, which you can now easily follow up to end the game. I don't know. What? Chrono, do you get to talk? Where even angels lose their way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake you drowned. The truth is, this world in which we are still alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between fate and the flame, fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Harl forth to try and gain possession of the flame. Harl made contact with fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus circuit's lock on the frozen... The elimination of the Prometheus circuit's lock on the frozen flame was everyone's top priority. I don't know what that means. Lynx and Harl abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure, so they waited for you to appear instead. You see, fate calculated that you would one day cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki? What? Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by fate. Fate turned Wazuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Wazuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things, love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It's quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame gazes back into you. None of that. I don't get it. A new species is about to be born on this planet, an alien life form even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It is now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which is encaged Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether in the future all time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death, but no pressure. Balthazar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300, and he was determined to prevent it from happening, no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross, it alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim with all life forms use the song of life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you, Surge, please save Shala. All right. If Shalamerge Lavos is the big bad, I feel like Janus Magus should have been the main characters here. It's kind of wild that they're not in this game at all. Oh, do I need to use the time egg? Okay. This must be the final gate to the darkness of time. We've finally come this far. Starkey will fight to the end alongside you, Surge. We may fall to darkness, but I ain't afraid. Here we go! Is that supposed to be Shala? Shala has purple hair. Okay, after it uses the yellow element, you can use the colored elements in order. They kind of changed her to look like Kid. Yeah, because none of this makes any sense. Okay, so should I be doing the elements now to get it to mess up the elements? Because it's just going to use green. Okay. Oh, that's why it's showing me the colors, I see. Okay, we used a yellow, then a red, then everyone defend, you said. It's just using green. Let's try again. No attacks, just yellow, then red. Okay. Then defend. Okay. Now it's used yellow. Do I also use yellow or do I use red? Dax and Janny, hello. I use Ted. Okay, I'll use Ted. Is that Olimar? This is my first time on Twitch. I'm still listening to the FF6 podcast. Well, welcome. Mike, can you type out the colors for me again? It is not Olimar, although several people have said that. This little guy's name is Starkey, but he does look like Olimar from the Pikmin games. Wait, I'll scroll up in the chat. I can find it. Green. Blue, black, white, Chrono Cross. Yellow, green, red, blue, black, white, Chrono Cross. Blue, we're on black. White. It is time for the Chrono Cross. Here we go. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Skelly. They should have just given Kid purple hair instead. This is stupid. Well, in it, purple, blue, whatever it was not blonde. I can tell you that much. Starkey. Nick Peach Taylor, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, Nick Peach Taylor, right here at the end of Chrono Trigger. I am Hard Rock Hope, where I'm playing classic JRPGs for the first time, because I did not grow up playing video games. This is the Switch port to the remaster of Chrono Cross from 1999. I've been waiting an eternity just for this very moment. Meaninglessly hurting one another, the disappearing life forms. Sorry to interrupt the game moment. No worries, all good. I appreciate the follow. Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution? The survival of the fittest? What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call planets, the innumerable spermatozoa, that's a real science word, the life forms which gather around them. When one of those countless seeds is joined with a planet, a new universe is born. All this exists for that one moment, all so that the universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice just so the one chosen life form can be born? No, that is not the case. Each and every one of us has a chance of becoming that one chosen life form. Yes, it could be you. Each of us tries to do our best with the hand we're dealt, be it our genes or the environment we live in. Each life form, struggling to make the best of the life it's given, forms a link in the golden chain that leads to the creation of a new universe. Every single thing in the whole of nature is perhaps just dreaming a dream of life. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by a planet before its birth. Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zervin, the Sea of Dreams. Serge, don't go yet, Serge. It's all right. Everything is all right now. Time, which has been divided, will be unified again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time, you will be able to live your own life. You are going home, Serge? Starkey, I'm going home too. Scott, I changed it to Treat Bank. I updated all the commands to include Cosmo. But hi, Scott. Starkey, I'm going home too. My Comrade Starkey. My comrades are here to pick me up. Starkey learned a lot from humans. You are welcome, Serge. Hey, Mr. S, I really owe you one. Thanks a lot, man. Be sure to give me a holler if you see me sometime, somewhere. We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes, or to solve all its mysteries. And yet, even then, it was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thank you for being born you, Mr. S. I guess now's the time to say, see you later, mate. But I'll find you, sometime, somewhere, I'm bloody sure of it. No matter the time, no matter the world you live in, I'll find you. I am sure I will find you.
Treats for the treat god. Treats for the treat god.
Serge. Serge. Hey, Serge. Are you all right? What's the matter? Nothing, just fell over. Absolutely nothing happened. Don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden. What? Terra Tower? What are you talking about? We just got here. You got some Komodo dragon scales from me, don't you remember? Nope. You sound confused. Yeah. Come on, Serge, get with the program. Our summer's only just started. Okay, but I'm so tired. It's gonna take a lot to get me away from you! Is this your finale music, Josh? Thus the curtain closes on another tale, and eternity has passed, fleeting dreams. All there is me and my memories, but I'm sure we'll meet again someday, you and I. Another time, another place, another time. It's just that we might not realize that you are you, and I am me. Oh, a hype train's close. We ain't had a hype train in a minute. Let us open the door to the great unknown, come across another reality, and live another day, live another today. Even when the story has been told, life goes on. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, my friend. Forever yours, Shala Kid Zeal. Yeah, I still don't get it. Yes, the end deserved Toad Africa. Also, yesterday I was shopping for a new washer and dryer. Toad was Africa played while I was fine. Yep, meant to be. Credits. Credits, credits, credits. Credits. We did it. An ambitious game. Don't lie, the ending was always kind of apart. We have defeated fate, so now you're in charge of your own destiny. Well, but we defeated fate before, and they were like, fate was trying to help you. Now go defeat Shala Lavos, a thing we have not talked about at all this entire game. There is like so much info dump, exposition dump in this game where they're like, let's spend a long time explaining to you a bunch of things that have had no relevance up until now, but are the reason you're going to go do the next things that you're doing. I think it's like it's not well structured. I definitely prefer Chrono Cross over Chrono Trigger, for sure. Yeah, let us exposition. That way it makes Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger connect. Like, they didn't have to. They tried to make them connect way more than they needed to. They're two games that exist in the same world, but I don't really consider this a sequel either. And I think a lot of the stuff that they did to try and make them a sequel did not serve clearly what the game was most interested in doing. I still don't really understand the two worlds and being alive in one and not in the other, and quite why that split happened, because I think it just got explained to me in a monologue, and like, that's hard to follow. It's a lot of reading. But, like I said, an extremely ambitious game, trying to tie a lot of things together. There's absolutely no reason, none, for there to be 40-something characters in this game. Why? What is that adding? Especially when it's not, like, recruiting them involves jumping through all sorts of random hoops a lot of the time. There's no way I would have recruited most of these characters if you hadn't been here, Mike, explaining to me how to do it. Why did I go get a turnip at the end of the game? So in the end credit sequence, you'll see the pictures of the human with a ponytail. That's supposed to be Kid looking for Surge in different worlds. Whatever. Pics. I think the characters were supposed to be fun, but they definitely don't matter. I keep meaning to go and play getting the least amount of characters possible. That would be interesting. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but it would be interesting to see, like, how few you could really get through the game with. Oh, I see. Is this that crossing in Tokyo? Shibuya or whatever it's called? I will find you even if I have to search the world over. Sometime, somewhere, I'm sure. I think it's like 18 the divas are totally going to throw you out of whack with alone with like 7 of them that joined in that sequence. Yeah, no kidding. And there's like nothing impactful about that because you can't play with more than 2 characters besides Surge at a time. So like it's just so hard to get to know people. Finn. Finn. Alfin. Yeah, save the game. What the fuck? We did it! Kind of killed this last week or so. Yeah. Well, because I played it every stream, and I streamed just about every day, so we made big progress, obviously. Cool. So we did it. That didn't take as long as I thought it might. I thought that, like, even with the cheats, the final battles would still take, like, a significant amount of time, and they really didn't. So that's rad. That's pretty exciting. We have been hanging out a lot, Mike. I appreciate all your help. I really do, because there's no way I would have gotten through this game. I would have been done. I would have moved on to other things in my life. But it is complete. Surge was just freaking demolishing everyone. Yeah, once you have the Master Moon, it's just like boom, 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 done. Gosh, it's only 10:15 a.m. 202 damage a pop is nothing to laugh at. Yeah, for sure. So I think we are reaching a point. Here's what I'm going to do right now. Don't go away. I'm going to start a new stream and I will Pokemon for a bit. And then I think starting next week, we're going to move into some PlayStation gaming. We might start Persona 5. I think I'm going to stream 7 Remake. And I might also throw Far Cry in there. I want to do some stuff that I know is really fun for me, because this was a bit of a chore, I'm not going to lie. So I think that's what's coming up next, but let's see if we can knock out a bit more Pokemon while I've got some time, since this was only an hour. So don't go anywhere, stay in the chat, folks, and I will be right back.